Um, Honestly, this is just my Dokkan account. I can post anything for Dokkan: Super Battle Roads, Legend Fighting Goku, Infinite Dragon Ball History, and this is just me showing you my units, just so you could see that I am I know like a lot of good units don't mean a lot, like, but I am qualified to do team building and to help out and to beat all these super hard things. I haven't really done a lot of extreme Super Battle Road. Um, yeah. So there's two things to Dokkan. There's a point where everything matters. So things like story, things like quests, things like events, things like Dokkan battles, those can all be done with any Dokkan team. Any good Dokkan team, I should say. They can be done with this. They could probably be done with that. This, that. But there's a point, right? Ultimate Clash is a little separate. I'll explain why. However, no, that's the wrong thing. There's stuff that can't be done with every team. It just cannot be done with every team. Unless you're really lucky. And that is Z battles. You can't do Z battles with every team. There's specific things that are good against the Z battles. You usually want to do those. I haven't done this one yet, but take Ultimate Android 17. What's good against it? Dragon Ball Seekers and those types. Alright? But that's like, even a lot of teams can get really far in those. Another, if it's up right now, speed battle's nothing. Dokkan Punch. You need very specific teams to get anywhere in Dokkan Punch. Dokkan Punch isn't this like really competitive things, but if you want to get all the gems, all the Zenny, or all the orbs, you need specific teams and specific characters. Boss Rush. Most decent Dokkan teams can get through this. Actually, I wouldn't say most. I'd say half, probably. Like, what teams did I do Boss Rush with, actually? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I did it with a full LR team. So basically for Boss Rush, you want kind of like high defense characters with decent attack, so you take less damage. Now into like the fruit of it all. Fighting Legend Goku, Infinite Dragon Ball History. The key to these events is characters that infinitely stack defense or have high base defense to start. So characters that infinitely stack defense, I'll show you an example. My favorite character, best example in the game. So it says raises defense and causes colossal damage to enemy. It doesn't give a max defense. So as long as you super attack, you're always raising your defense and it's not going down. Other attacks will say, let's see, I think, no, not that one. Oh wait, actually I could go into this transformation. So some units, I'm just failing to find any right now, will say it raises defense for 1 turn or it stacks for 3 turns, so on and so forth. However, if it just says raises defense with no limit, that is a character that infinitely stacks defense. As long as you super attack, the defense gets stacked. There's a lot of free-to-play units like that, which makes it a little easier on you. Characters that just start with high base defense are really good too. They're not going to be as good later on as the characters that infinitely stack defense, but if you have a character that has high base defense, it won't hold you back in Legend Fighting Goku and Infinite Dragon Ball History. I know both those you need some categories to get certain gems, so when building those categories, look for those characters with high defense, ones that transform, ones that heal, ones that infinitely stack defense. Infinitely stacking defense is the priority for those two events. And then we move on to Super Battle Road. Super Battle Road is really hard. Not as hard as Extreme Super Battle Road, but infinitely stacking defense doesn't really help because with Infinite Dragon Ball History and Legend Fighting Goku, the person you're fighting against early on, it's one person, so you're only getting hit by one person, and they don't do as much damage as Super Battle Road does. In Super Battle Road, you're going from anywhere between 1 and 5 people, 1 and 6 people. So if your defense is low to start, then you're getting destroyed. It's as simple as that. So you need characters that heal, characters that reduce damage taken, characters with high defense to start. And somehow you have to get it all into one category, which is, it's a challenge. Super Battle Roads are actually challenging, and I'll be honest, a lot of it comes down to RNG. When they super attack, it gets so close sometimes. But those are the key components you're looking for. Because if you have a character that heals, you're using less items. And you could get items, like the items you bring in are healing items that boost defense and heal, so Android 8. And then items that reduce damage taken. The items that reduce damage taken are honestly the most important. So that'd be Icarus and Whis. They're honestly the most important to bring in. So if you could bring in a character that gives you a free heal, like Cell, for example, either like Cell, a lot of cells heal you. Then you could use more items that reduce damage taken than healing items because you're getting passive heals. So Super Battle Road is very much action economy. I honestly sometimes won't use an item the very first rotation just to see how I do. Just see how the RNG goes. Unless I do have a really good rotation, then I might use it early on. Next is Ultimate Clash. Ultimate Clash is a little different. The very first one you do, you bring in either Bardock team or Ginyu team. The very first one is designed to be able to beat by those teams. You can bring in category teams for the others, but honestly, Ultimate Clash is, I think, the only time, other than the Super Battle Roads that it requires it, is the only time monotype teams are at their peak. Monotype teams are the way to go from Super Battle Road, like level 2 and onward. But you do want to conserve your teams. Like, early on in Super Battle Road, you don't want to use all your good characters because you're taking less damage. So you want to put like 1 or 2 good characters that can like solo the dude on the team, and then the rest you just want to make sure they're not duds, to be honest. You want to make sure you're not taking 300,000 damage on a super attack with that character, because then you'll have to waste another team. So it's really a balance of building teams and mixing the good and bad characters and not using too many good characters early on. World Tournament, which just ended, it's not up right now. There's only one way to build the most effective team in World Tournament. If it attacks all, take it. It's basically Broly .tournament. Like, there's also like Madge and Vegeta, I guess, but that's a lot of key and sometimes Raditz, but it's basically just Broly. Broly solos the World Tournament, and then just bring on a team Broly goes good with. The only other things to note is bring Jacko and Shiatsu, and not the SSRs or URs if there is any of them. You actually bring the SRs, because every rotation when they go in, like the first rotation they go in, they stun. So it's a free stun when they go in. So if you bring in both, and then Broly and Broly, honestly, you're good. Either Broly, physical or strength. The strength one is a little harder to attack, like a little harder to get the key for, though. So if there's an option, I would go physical over strength. And then watch out for those people who build strength teams just to mess you up. Because if a strength character hits your physical Broly, you're taking a lot of damage depending on your modifier. Just saying. Let's see. Any team can do quests as long as it's the team. Same with events, which I already went over. I'm still figuring out Extreme Super Battle Road. I can't really say much for it. Do this once a day, once a week. It's just growth. If you're a low level, you want to do Panseeker Adventure once a week because they'll level you up fast. You want to do Turtle School training and once a day training in the crowds to level up characters. You want to do all this stuff. Growth is your best friend if you're just starting the game and don't have great teams yet and you're just leveling characters. It's the best tab for that. Story gives you all your free-to-play characters, or the majority of your free-to-play characters, except like some of them, which you get out of growth or challenge. Like a very big majority come out of the story quests. Z battles are all gems and awakening medals for EZAs to get the character to 140. Basically, yeah. If you want me to build a team or attempt anything in the game, I will. Let me know. I might just start posting stuff regardless. However, unless it comes to really hard events, play whatever team you want. Don't let anyone tell you if it's a bad team if it works for you. My favorite team is technically not an insane team. My favorite team, actually, I'll show you. Team.
I believe in you, Jordan.
All right. Is this Wicked Bloodline? Favorite unit in the game is right there. Metal Kura. Not an LR. Really good TUR. It's my favorite team. Hope you guys all have a good day.